Next we have question number 46 of this series IIT JAM 2026 PYQ Solution series. So the question is, as we have a random vector of x and y following a bivariate normal distribution with their mean and variance, and correlation coefficient is as rho, which is greater than 0, and we have probability of this as 0.8664. We need to find the value of rho, and we have some information. So now, since to find rho, we have information of this probability, that is nothing but conditional probability. We know if x and y follow bivariate normal distribution, then the conditional distribution also follow conditional normal distribution with their mean as expectation of y given x, which has the formula mu y plus sigma y by sigma x into rho and x minus mu of x, and variance of y as y given x as conditional variance 1 minus rho square sigma y square. So let us use this result of conditional distribution to find the probability of this conditional y given x. Let us. So the xy is following bivariate normal distribution with mean 2, 10, variance of x as 9, variance of y as 25, and correlation coefficient as rho. So y given x will follow conditional normal with mean as expectation of y given x and variance of y given x. That is where expectation of y given x is nothing but mu y plus sigma y by sigma x into the correlation coefficient between these two, which is given as rho, and x minus mu of x. Since mu of y is given as 10 and sigma of y is given as 25, that is root of 25 divided by root of similarly variance of x as 9 into correlation coefficient as rho, and x is given as, here we can see 2, that is 2, minus mean of x is given as 2. So this will cancel out and we left with 10 only. Now variance of y given x, this would be 1 minus correlation coefficient between them, the square of correlation coefficient, into the variance of y, which is nothing but 1 minus rho square. Variance of y is given as 25. So this is 25, hence 25 1 minus rho square. Now use this conditional mean and variance to find the probability of this. Now let us find the probability of 4 less than y less than 16 given x is equal to 2, which is nothing but 0.8664. Now let us standardize by its mean and variance. Probability of 4 minus variance expectation of y given x is, because this is nothing but a probability of y given x. This is nothing but a probability of y given x. Mean of y given x is 10 less than y minus 10 less than 16 minus 10 given x is equal to 2, and probability of 4 minus 10 divide by its standard deviation of y, variance of y given x, which is nothing but 25 1 minus rho square root, we need standard deviation, less than y minus 10 divided by root of 25 1 minus rho square less than 16 minus 10 divided by root of 25 1 minus row square, conditional x is equal to 2. Now probability minus 6 divided by 5, since 25 root of 25 is 5 and 1 minus row square is still in root, so we get root of 1 minus row square less than, we can take this quantity as z. This is nothing but y minus 10 by root of 25 1 minus row square conditional x, that is following standard normal. So take it as z. We write it as z less than 6 by 5, again 1 minus row square. So now we can write it as phi in CD of 6 by, take this quantity as a for simplicity. So we left with a minus phi of minus a, since I have taken this quantity as a, so this would be minus a. So now this is nothing but as mentioned, as given 0.8664. This can be written as phi a, which is nothing but 0.8664, sorry, minus 1. That means we have phi a as 0.8664 plus 1 divided by 2, that is nothing but 0.9332, that is phi a. So on comparing the information, that is phi 1.5 is since 0.9332, on comparing this two we get a as 1.5, that means since a is 6 by 5 root of 1 minus row square we have taken here. So now this can be written as equate a 1.5 6 by 5 root of 1 minus row square as 1 minus row square root is equal to 6 by 5 into 1.5. That means we get 1 minus row square, this as 2, this as 0.5, that means 20 by 25, that is 4 by 5, that is 1 by 5 root is equal to row, we get row as 0.60. So the answer is 0.60.